Hello everybody, I'm the Captain, welcome back to one of my videos, and by the title, this is going to be a little bit different video than my normal ones. In short, I'll statistically say which one would come on top, the Black Desert Universe or modern military force. Now we got some, how some would say, put things into perspective. What is Black Desert? It's a MMORPG. It's a little bit different than others. It's fun, but once you know how to play, it has lore, a lot of it, and all that stuff. And before you go, if you're a Black Desert fan, before you go and rage in the comments, well, I do know the lore, and I know how everything works. So basically, I will, as a modern military force, try to combat the Black Desert universe. So let's set the stage. The Black Desert universe, what are their names? I forgot. Anyway, those residents tinkered with the ancient technology left behind and opened a portal. They go through the portal with a military force, as you should. You never know what you encounter on the other side, and things go basically as they do in the anime Gate. They do a lot of work on the civilians, but not on the military. The military defense force, any defense force, just overruns the attackers and wins. They set up a perimeter, all the nifty stuff. They send a force. But what force? Which country? Let's go with the USA, because it'll be the most simplest. You all know what the USA has and all that. So, what will the USA send? First of all, where the portal was opened. On the Black Desert Universe side and on our modern side. If it's on both sea, they'll primarily send sea. If it was one land, another sea, well, that will be a little bit complicated. But let's say it's land to land to simplify things. Basically, portal opens, they go through with their normal yada yada units with swords. But if you're really good at maths, you would know that a 50 cal bullet beats any sword at any distance, up to 6 feet apart. And in that, then it's a question if a sword can win. Now, the Black Desert residents, some of rare can use the power of the Black Spirit that enhances their abilities unimaginable. They have pathetic? No, I don't mean that. I mean they have passive defenses and active passive, yada yada. All the magical that you can think, like firebolts, increased damage and overall. Basically, the more experienced somebody is with the Black Spirit and that magic, the stronger they are. And they can be really strong. Like, I mean, insane. To the point they're basically a tank. Metaphorically and quite literally. They hit hard as a tank, they can tank as a tank, and they're fast. So, how can we win? Well, the first and obvious choice is nuclear bombs. Even though the Geneva Convention says no, but the Black Desert has yet to invent that, so I say yes. Now, let's say that the one wielding the magic with the Black Spirit is strong. Let's say they somehow survive the nuclear bomb. They would still die. And there's actually 3 main reasons, even though there's more, which are small. The first, the insane temperature. The blast is not the only thing that can kill you. If you survive the blast, the temperature would kill you. If the temperature won't kill you, the radiation would. If the radiation wouldn't, then the shockwave would, aka air pressure. Let's go through all 3, and none of them are pleasant. Let's start with the pressure. As another bomb detonates, it expands, and of course it pushes away air. That air is super fast, and if you get hit by that air, it's bad, as your lungs, ears rupture. You literally suffocate immediately. But let's say they don't. Let's say they have something against that. Maybe they have encountered something pressurized air attacks before. The heat would kill them instantaneously. It would literally boil their blood, and they would explode from the boiled blood. Gruesome and facts. If you would survive the blast and the shockwave, you would explode because of the extreme boiling blood in you. And then there's radiation. Now, as I played the game, I do not play it currently anymore, but I've played the game. The hit is still optional for killing them, because once you play, you go into the desert and you get heat strokes. Yeah, basically anything heat or cold based, very effective. But as I can see by the technological development, they're somewhere between the 15th and 16th century. Now they enhance these cannons and muskets with magic, making them better. But there is a problem. You see, they don't know what radiation is, so it doesn't matter how powerful of a magician you are, how powerful your magic is, how strong of a warrior you are going to die from radiation. Now, that's all if we dropped a nuke, for example, against the most powerful ones. But what about the common Joe? How can the regular soldier with supportive equipment kill anybody? Well, let's start with a gun. A basic M4A1. It fires a 5.56 times 45, if I'm not mistaken. That bullet hits. Now, you all heard about the bulletproof vests. No bulletproof vests exist at the current point. They're bullet preventable vests, but not bulletproof. But how the name suggests, they prevent a bullet from going through you. If the common Joe engaged one of these, they maybe not be able to do a lot, but it would hurt for the guy with the magic. Why? A bullet hurts. Rubber bullet hurts, but a regular one hurts more, depending on the situation. Sometimes the rubber bullet hurts more, actually. But again, that varies from gun to gun. Still, once you get shot, we all know how once man said, energy cannot be created or destroyed. So once the bullet hits, it's not just going to stop and bounce off. The energy is still going to go through. Maybe physically, on the outer your skin won't be damaged, but internally, yes. Now another way we could utilize some of the less lethal, still very effective weapons is sound-based weapons. And yes, sound can kill you. High enough decibels and right amount of hertz will instantaneously kill you. Magic, protection, anything. If you're in contact with basically anything that exists, air, steel, anything, you will die from these weapons. Basically what they do is they project sound in a general area. You can still hear it outside of the area, and they're mostly used against riots and protests. Protests. To, minimize fucking cars and shit. Yeah, that's actually another good idea. Let's say you have a Humvee. You don't have a 50 cal mounted, so just bullets hitting and causing pain won't do. And yes, you can die from too much pain. Anyway, you're in your Humvee and you see a guy. You know he uses the magic from the Black Spirit. He charges at you. What do? Pedal to the metal and just Grand Theft Auto his ass. Yeah. Getting hit by a car kills any person, and if you survive, you'll be in a lot of pain and will take you a couple of months to come back from that. This guy should still follow the laws of physics, so getting hit, maybe not externally hurting him, like his skin, but internally, yes, like rupturing organs, again. Another way is to, well, basically starve them of oxygen. How do you do that? Well, that is a little bit harder. A lot harder, actually. But still possible. How possible? Very low. But if you can, do it. As I played the game, once you go underwater, you have an oxygen bar. Or once you run, you have the oxygen, like stamina. You die from lack of oxygen. That is naturally occurring. Anything multicellular will die if no oxygen. Now there are some exceptions, but still, oxygen, human dead. No oxygen, human dead. Too much oxygen, also human dead. Yeah, that's also another possible thing. Basically, mustard gas throws. Yes, back to World War I, doing all that fancy stuff. Or you could just go with the normal route of the Germans and Huns and just grab a flamethrower. Yes, a flamethrower will do much work. As you all know, flamethrowers produce heat, and that goes back to my original point. Blood boiling, and once the blood starts boiling, it cannot transfer oxygen, and you will start from oxygen, heat, all that fancy stuff. But the most effective way of defeating Black Desert Online is economics. Crash their economy. Destroy their food. Simple. If you're outnumbered, again, car, stop. I have open windows. That's what you're going to hear in my videos, a lot of that. It's summer. It's hot, you know, casual stuff. Anyway, back on track. So yeah, either you can do the Soviet Union style and starve the people, because you need food to survive, and no food will, you know, turn people against you and people will start eating you, and that is bad. Or the economics. Basically make their economics non-existent by putting your own stuff at front. You will boost your economy and you will destroy theirs. How is this effective? Well, let's see how many players get their equipment. They go to the trader, the market trader, and you know, they search, okay, this costs 100 million silver, there's 200 million, I want to get this, 1,000 silver per piece. Now what if that 1,000 silver per piece was 100,000 silver? I know that gear is not longer 100 million, it's 10 billion, and the stats have not changed. The amount hasn't pretty much changed, quote unquote. You could just plummet the economy by doing a lot. Or, and now this is probably even more effective, don't attack them. Do economic and defensive alliances. Why to fight a pointless war when you don't need that pointless war? Simple, right? Yes. You go to them, you present who you are, and you ask who they are. They answer you, you answer back. Communication, yada yada, all that beautiful shenanigans. And what is at the end? Well, simple. You have an alliance. You don't need to fight. No loss in life. You learn from them, they learn from you, helping each other. This is the most important thing to do. Come together, especially now during a pandemic, world ending, you know, super volcano almost erupting, river in Russia red, you know, the virus, and you know, all that beautiful stuff. In the end, we should not fight, we should band together to become strong. And if that fails, how I said at the beginning, just fucking nuke everybody. That works. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little rant, and leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, how you want your heart to be desired, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.